So, when it comes to wireless earbuds, let's be honest. There's one feature that often stands out from the rest: the ability to just tune out the world. And if you're looking at Apple's lineup, that choice can get pretty tricky. So, in this explainer, we're going to cut right to the chase and figure out which AirPods really give you the best noise cancellation for your money. And this is the big question, right? It's the classic matchup. You've got the tried and true feature-packed AirPods Pro 2 going up against the newer AirPods 4. Now, they might look kind of similar, but trust me, the differences in how they perform and what they cost are huge. Let's figure out which one is the right one for you. And yeah, calling it a dilemma is no joke. This isn't just about grabbing the latest and greatest model. You really have to weigh what you get against what you pay. And more importantly, think about how you're actually going to use them every single day. That's when the right choice starts to become a whole lot clearer. And really, this is what it all boils down to. It's a fight between those top-of-the-line premium features and just practical, everyday value. The stakes are pretty high for both your bank account and, your listening experience. Okay, so let's properly meet our contenders. We're setting the stage for a real title fight here. A showdown to see which one of these earbuds is gonna come out on top. In this corner, you've got the heavyweight champ, the AirPods Pro 2. They are the undisputed king of noise cancellation. And in the other corner, you have the new challenger, the AirPods 4, coming in with some fresh tech and really looking to make a name for itself. All right, time for the main event, the noise cancellation showdown. Honestly, this is the single biggest difference between these two. So let's just ignore the marketing hype for a second and see how they really perform when things get loud. Now, before we jump in, let's do a quick refresher on how this magic actually works. Active noise cancellation, or ANC, isn't just about physically blocking sound. You see, there are tiny microphones on the outside that are constantly listening to the noise around you. The chip inside then creates an opposite sound wave, kind of like an anti-noise, that cancels out the original sound before you even hear it. It's pretty wild stuff. And when you look at the raw performance, the data here is, well, it's pretty staggering. On the left, the AirPods 4 do a decent job, knocking out about 75% of noise. But then you look over at the AirPods Pro 2, and they are just in a completely different league, hitting almost 95%. That 20% gap isn't just a number on a chart. It's the difference between still hearing a faint rumble and hearing almost nothing. So what does that 20% actually feel like in the real world? Well, this table breaks it down. For something like office chatter, the AirPods 4 are good. But the Pro 2 are excellent. They can make your coworkers practically disappear. But look at the bigger gaps. That low hum from a plane or train engine, the AirPods 4 are just fair. The Pro 2, on the other hand, almost completely erase it. For anyone who travels or commutes, that is a total game changer. Okay, so the Pro 2 are the clear winners on noise cancellation. Case closed, right? Well, not so fast. Performance is only half the story. The decision isn't just about silence, because there are other really important things to consider. And the most obvious one is usually the price tag. And that price for premium silence is pretty clear. You're looking at about a $70 jump to get the Pro model. So this is the question you have to ask yourself. Is that incredible noise cancellation, plus the other Pro features, really worth that extra cash for the way you listen to things? And it's not just about the money either. First up is fit. This is huge. The Pro 2 use those silicone tips to create a tight seal in your ear, which is great for noise isolation, but some people just don't like that feeling. The AirPods 4 have that more classic, open fit that can be way more comfortable for long periods. Then you've got audio quality, where features like spatial audio are just more immersive on the Pro 2. And finally, battery life, which is actually a much closer race than you'd probably think. So, we've looked at the data, we've talked about the key differences, now it's time to put all the pieces together. Let's get to the final verdict and help you find your perfect match based on what you actually need. So here it is, the bottom line. You should absolutely go for the AirPods Pro 2 if you're a frequent flyer, a daily commuter, or if you work in a noisy environment and just need to block everything out. If you want the best, most immersive sound, they are worth every single penny. On the other hand, the AirPods 4 are the perfect choice if you're more of a casual listener, if you really value that classic, comfortable fit, or if your budget is the #1 priority. And make no mistake, they are still an amazing pair of earbuds. It really all comes down to this one simple idea. You have to decide what you're really paying for. Are you paying for near-perfect silence? Or are you paying for great everyday convenience at a better value? The right answer just completely depends on what matters most to you. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. In a world that just keeps getting louder, is the absolute best noise cancellation always worth the extra money? There's no single right answer, of course, only the answer that's right for you. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.